Good day and thank you everybody for viewing my presentation. My name is Kok Pik Woay and I'm currently undertaking the MBA program from Sunway University. The subject for this presentation is People and Organization, and the current assessment is a case study on conflict management when two leaders on a senior team hate each other. The lecturer for this subject is Dr. Gunarratnam and the facilitator is Dr. Asha Alexander. Let us go through the content of the presentation. The content flow of the presentation is as follows. It starts with the case presentation, followed by analysis, solution, conclusion, recommendation, and finally references. The case study is on Barker Sports Apparel, which was founded by Eric Best, who is the former CEO of the company. 5 years ago, upon Eric's retirement, his son Lance Best took over as the new CEO of the company. During the 360-degree review between Lance and Nina Kelt, he was struck by what he saw in Damon Ewan's file. Although anonymous, Lance could tell that the lowest possible rating was from Ahmad Lund. In one of the remarks, it reads, "I've never worked with a bigger control freak in my life." Damon reciprocated in a few pointed complaints in Ahmad's file as well. The next morning, Lance was confronted by Jumpa Bandari, the head of product and merchandising. Jumpa was complaining to Lance that Damon is not signing the release form for Clarkson's new line sample due to exceeding of accounts limit. This is not something new, but a recurring fight. Later that afternoon, Lance confronted Damon at the end of their regular meeting with the finance team. During the meeting, Damon insisted that he won't back down until Ahmad pared back the orders for Clarkson. Damon denies of any major conflict between him and Ahmad and insisted that confrontation is part of getting things done. During one of the discussions between Lance and Eric, Lance brought up the issue happening in the company. They were discussing about remedial action like team building, restructuring of the compensation, and even resorting to letting go of Damon and Ahmad. Eric is skeptical about firing Damon or Ahmad as he had personally hired them and was almost as loyal to them as he was with his own family. Lance is also reserved about this as he is aware that Damon and Ahmad are an important part of the company that ensures it meets their number each year. Now let us move on to the analysis of the case study by looking at the transactional analysis live position model. For Ahmad, the conflict may stem from "I'm okay, you're not okay" position, demonstrating self-righteous behavior and criticism towards Damon. Conversely, Damon also holds the same position, leading to a clash of ego and lack of cooperation. High-ego individuals like Ahmad and Damon are prone to conflict and aggressive behaviors. This individual tends to be authoritative and less receptive to others' input, leading to frequent power struggles and conflict. As for Lance, avoidance of conflict could indicate an "I'm not okay, you are okay" position, feeling unsure about how to assertively manage the situation. The head-on conflict between both senior leaders as well as the CEO's avoidance can have devastating consequences to the company. The hostile work environment can cause division within the senior team and their respective department. This creates tension and division among departments within the company. The CEO's live position leading to indecision and inability to effectively manage the conflict can also erode trust across the organization, as employees may become skeptical about the leadership's ability to manage conflict and lead effectively. The ongoing conflict and leadership issues can demoralize employees, reduce collaboration, and negatively impact overall efficiency and productivity. Such toxic work environment can lead to high absenteeism as employees seek to avoid stress and negativity at work. Let us look at the problem statement from the prior observation. The unresolved conflict between senior leaders Ahmad and Damon, coupled with CEO Lance's avoidance of addressing this conflict, is creating a toxic work environment at Barker's. This internal strife is undermining team cohesion, reducing productivity, and potentially harming the company's growth and performance. To overcome and prevent the mitigation of the problem, we will refer to the Thomas Kuhlman conflict resolution model. Every method has different degree of assertiveness and empathy, and each of us is capable of using all 5 conflict handling modes. Let us look into the possible solutions. First is the mediation and conflict resolution session, which uses both the collaborating and compromising mode. It encourages the conflicting parties to work together to find a mutual beneficial solution. Second is the temporary reassignment of duties. It can be seen as an avoiding strategy by minimizing direct interaction to reduce tension. If one leader is more willing to step back and accommodate the reassignment to maintain peace, it reflects the accommodating style. The third solution is clear communication from Lance. Lance taking decisive action and communicating clearly can be seen as a competing style, where the leader prioritizes the organizational need and exerts authority to manage the conflict. The effort to openly communicate can also align with collaborating, as it aims to involve all stakeholders in understanding the issue and working together towards a resolution. From the three proposed solutions, we will be focusing and adopting the mediation and conflict resolution. This method is effective and advantageous because it addresses the issues directly, ensuring the root cause of the conflict are identified so that it can be addressed. The conflict between Ahmad and Damon isn't something new and involves strong emotions such as anger, frustration, or hurt, making it difficult for parties to listen to each other or communicate calmly. Professional mediators are able to facilitate communication and guiding the conversation, helping both parties to communicate more effectively, to identify and expose any underlying issues to avoid resurgence of old conflict in the future. It seeks to find solutions that satisfy both parties, promoting a win-win outcome. As Ahmad and Damon are highly egoistic and self-righteous, they are not used to losing. The collaborating mode ensures that all parties wins. If consensus cannot be achieved through collaborating, the next best option is to compromise where both parties meet in the middle so that nobody loses. The conflict between Ahmad and Damon can radiate to other employees who are not directly involved, thus creating stress and anxiety by the tense atmosphere. Reassuring employees that the management is taking the issue seriously and working towards a resolution can help to build trust and morale within the organization. To conclude, let us refer to the 5 phases in the conflict model. The yearly revenue had been growing at a substantial rate, which overshadowed the uprising problems. Using the excuse of being too busy, they missed the chance of building a stronger team via team building retreats. At the same time, the compensation structure is not designed to encourage collaboration. In addition, Lance's leadership style, which prefers managing one-on-one instead of shepherding, resulted in low uniting among employees. At the same time, Lance's ignorance caused him to avoid confronting the problem all this while. Triggering events are from the 360-degree review where Ahmad and Damon both wrote negative comments about each other and the issue on Clarkson's new line sample. Both Ahmad and Damon fall in the I'm okay, you're not okay life position, possessing high egoistic personality. Where they are unable to see eye to eye, Damon was defensive and retorted that Ahmad was driving Barker into the ground by giving products away. At the same time, Ahmad accused Damon of throwing up roadblocks and using his power to undermine the sales department. Due to the differences in interest between Ahmad and Damon, recurring fights are frequently taking place. These fights causes tension and division among departments, resulting in demoralization and decreased performance, which inevitably affects the company performance. In order to resolve the conflict, the mediation and conflict resolution session must be carried out, adopting the collaborating and compromising approach for a win-win outcome. This section is about long-term conflict resolution plan to prevent and resolve any future conflicts that might happen. This recommendation can be separated into proactive and reactive strategies. Proactive strategies such as schedule money meeting in order to provide a platform to discuss goals, progress and issues openly, and using agenda to ensure previous issues are being addressed and to keep meeting in focus. Conflict resolution training that includes conflict resolution techniques, active listening and empathy should be carried out quarterly. Off-site retreats can help in fostering teamwork, and relationships should be carried out on an annually basis, while in-house activities to maintain a strong team dynamic should be carried out on a bi-monthly basis. Creating a company culture that prioritizes diversity and inclusion. Set organizational goals that require collaboration across departments and recognize and reward teamwork and collaboration achievements. Reactive strategies include Develop and document protocols for addressing conflict, including steps for mediation and escalation. Schedule a half-yearly 360-degree feedback system where employees can provide feedback to peers, subordinates, and supervisors. This enables detection of any problem so that immediate and necessary actions can be taken. Attached is the compilation of the strategy implementation Gantt chart. Upon implementation, it is crucial to continuously monitor the progress and make adjustments if necessary. This is the list of references used for this presentation. Thank you and have a nice day.